Biafra, the land of the rising sun. Ndane kuma kahabo. Ndi Biafra. Check up. Israel na Africa. Na the Gulf of Guinea. Hey, Biafra is sure. His Excellency Mazi Simon Eba Joko, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic. Omogin anabata in Europe. I ain't asking no. Oh, but you're being Biafra. Onye Nkunku akwa ụmụ Biafra. Ọ chọrịrị nke Biafra. Anụ nkankampi. Mmejiri gbago onye ira si na ọ dịrọ nkọ. Oche na mmụọ. Ọ dị nkankamire. Fulani, the end of Nigeria. You are the Joshua of Biafra. You are leading us to the promised land. Biafra government in exile. The cabinet members of the government in exile. The de facto government in the homeland. Anyị si unu jisike o. Ogbaru unu. Ọbụnagodo onye isi na-afụ ụzọ na-afụ mbọ unu na-agba. Jisike n'ọrụ. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukalo, Ohamadike one of Biafra, Dike Ana Ogunanya, the Black Messiah. Okukubala Nigeria n'olu, Kelo Abusobu, Kabupo. The symbol of African freedom. He was living apostle of truth. Nigerian prison cannot break your spirit. You are the Moses of Biafra. We remember our eternal leader, Dim Chukwemeka Odumegwu Chukwu. He came by Newi. Ezi Gbagburu. You died, but your spirit is fighting for your children. You are our godfather, the Abraham of Biafra. We cannot forget you, our own. Philip Effiong, Onubara Anyalfa, the one that gave us our name. You are dead, but your spirits are alive. Anwụla na Biafra, the promised land. Anyị ga-adị ndụ wee bụ Biafra. Anyị ekene Chukwu ọbasi nke igwe onye edu anyị ala n'ala ahụ ekwere anyị na nkwa. Anyị ga-agba egwu ọnwụ wee na nwayọ nwayọ were nwayọ gbara m egwu a. Aha aha abịa egwu abịa yọ ya yọ egwu onye agbalịrị ọka ya ekwe n'isi egwu anyị ga-ana. Aha aha weli ya na-aga ogbu obi ana m anụ ya. Aha 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 weli ya na-aga ogbu obi ana m anụ ya. Ụmụ Biafra na-enwe ọṅụ, ụmụ Israel na-enwe ọṅụ. Ọnwụ ka anyị ji ana, ọnwụ ka anyị ji ana. Ee, na so anyị ala, ụmụ Biafra na-ala, anyị na-ala n'ala nsọ. Ngwanụ ka anyị lawa. Aka kpuchi ọnwa aka kpuchi ọnwa. We are unstoppable, we are indefatigable. Ebe anyị na-ala bụ obodo ọma. The 14 states of Biafra. Ngwanụ anyị ana ihe Chidere odego ya. Chidere anyị Biafra. Anyị alawala. Ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo, ma ndị nọ na Nigeria, ma ndị nọ na mba ụwa ọzọ dị iche iche. Obi ka dawala, ọ nọkwa anyị n'ugwu na ndịda. Oge ụnụ anyị erugo. Webe ọṅụ, webe ọṅụ, webe ọṅụ. Eluigwe na-enwe ọṅụ. Aha anyị pụọ, anyị pụọ. Ana m anụ ya. Na so gbaa ya agba, gbaa ya agba, gbaa ya agba, gbaa ya agba. Ezi ụka. Nwayọ 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 nwayọ. Na so we dey do am. Papa jiri ya nwayọ. Mama gbara m egwu a nwayọ. Ụmụaka, ụmụ Biafra, ụmụ ọma. Anyị ana-anụ, anyị ana-anụ n'obodo ọma ahụ, obodo ekwere anyị na nkwa. Ekene otito dị n'ọbasi nke igwe. Eze Chineke abịa ama ụra. Onye na-etinye ụzọ ebe ụzọ na-adịghị. Odumeala Biafra, omen ụna. onye duru anyị wee bịa njem na Amerịka anyị bịa ka ibe leta nwanne anyị nwoke bụ nna anyị n'obodo a bụ onye anyị nwụrịla anya na nchekwube na eziokwu nke ya nwa na onye ji guzo na eziokwu a ga na-edu ụmụ Biafra na-aga n'ihu ọ ga na-edu IPOB na-aga n'ihu anyị bịara n'ụlọ ya nabata anyị were obi ọcha na obi dowe nabata anyị anyị na-asị na ọ ga-adịrị ya na mma na ezinụlọ ya na mma anyị na-asị na ihe ọbụla anyị chọrọ bịa mere ka anyị ga-enwetarịrị ya n'ihi na ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu mgbe na-ewu n'ọnwụ ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ nwa mmụọ emegbula nwa mmadụ nwa mmiri emegbula nwa mmụọ ihe anyị na-ekwu anyị na-asị na Biafra ga-abịara na ndụ na-awụghị n'ọnwụ anyị ga-eri uru ọmụmụ anyị ga-eri uru akụ na ụba n'ime Biafra anyị na-asị na onye ọwụla pụtara na sị na Biafra agaghị adị onye ahụ agaghị adị anyị anaghị asị emebere ugo obere nke si bebere ka ya gosi nke ọ ga-ebe anyị na-asị na nkụ gị ekwe ọ ga-edo ọ ga-anwụ ọ bụ eziokwu ka anyị ji na-aga njem a ọ bụ ịhụnanya ka anyị ji na-aga ofu obi anyị na-asị onye ọbụla hụrụ eziokwu ji ide eziokwu aka n'ihi na ọ bụ eziokwu bụ ndụ ọ bụghị okwu asị anyị na-asị na ọ ga-ada anyị niile na mma anyị ga-ahụ echi n'ihi na echi anaghị agwụ agwụ anyị na-arịọ Chukwu nke abịa ma ka onye anyị ndụ nye anyị ahụ isi ife nye anyị ngọzi nke ya nye anyị ịhụnanya ekpere niile ka anyị na-ekpe ọwụ ka onye bi n'ime eluigwe ka o wee nụrụ olu anyị wee gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka wee zọpụta anyị na akpa niile nke na-akpa anyị nke bụ Biafra anyị na-asị na ikpete maazụ anyị ga-enye aha nsi ụtụtụ na nsọpụrụ na eji ama site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi
Amadike Biafra mmakwa na mụ nweta onwe
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. As always, you know, we always come to give you updates as we proceed on the situation on the ground. A lot of things are going on. So many things are happening, and we will continue to update you. Wherever you are in Biafra land, always know that you must obey instructions. The only government that is in charge of Biafran territory today is the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We have no other focus except listening to his instructions, because that only will keep us safe. Today is the 9th day of the lockdown in Biafra land. Today is the 9th day. And already we can see what is happening. We can see how desperate the enemies of Biafra are. Every one of us have seen what happened in Ogbaru. We have lost mothers, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters in Ogbaru. But that will not make us to stop. For every life that we have lost in Ogbaru, whenever you remember any life that is lost, take that person as your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, your uncle. See that as a reason for you to fight more, to be free from the hand of the terrorist government of Nigeria. They are no longer hiding their terrorism. For a very long time, we have been speaking about the terrorist activities of the Nigerian government, but people don't seem to understand. Today, it is coming out in broad daylight. we have seen on video how Biafrans were mowed down in Ogbaru. Elderly men, they took their life and they burnt them with fire. You see a human being set on fire. The only people that have this very kind of life are the terrorists. There is no legitimate military all over the world that has the right to carry on such kind of wicked act, take a life of a man and then burn the body to ashes. An innocent citizen who has not committed any crime, extrajudicial killing in Biafra land, and none of them is being held to account. When you see what happened to Ogbaru, the only thing it will remind you is that you must get prepared as a Biafran wherever you are. They want to frighten us to make us afraid. They want to make us scared to talk. They want us to be afraid of asking for our freedom. But they have met the wrong generation. For every single life they take, it is a wake-up call for us to fight more. For every single life they take, it is a wake-up call, a call for the Biafran people to rise up wherever they are. And I bet you, just as our Prime Minister Mazi Simon ever have said, for every life that is lost in Ogbaru, they are going to pay heavily. And as we speak, they are already paying. Do not be afraid. Do not cry too much. The only thing you have to do in Biafra land today is to be security conscious at all times. Protect yourself as much as you can. The Liberation Army are there for you. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Do not put your arms in harm's way. No unnecessary celebrations and movements. No movement at night or late hour or early morning. Go to your businesses, come back from your businesses and stay at home. You have been prepared for this time for a long time. This is time you have to practice what you have learned in the sit at home for the past 3 years. They have come. The enemy comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Nothing else. But I bet you they will not go scot-free. For every single one of them that has stepped their foot in Biafra land, they will pay dearly. And they are already paying dearly. We are talking about idiotic people who has nothing to offer. And we are going to continue to show them that they have nothing to offer. And they cannot stop us from being who we are supposed to be.
Nigeria has recruited Islamic State fighters into their military, police, and other forces to continue the holy war of Islam against indigenous people and Biafra government in exile. Can't sit back and watch Nigeria state kill Biafra unchallenged. Therefore, the government which uses force to support its rules teaches the oppressed to use force to oppose it. We will continue to justify our decision to engage in sabotaging and hostility against terrorists in uniform until they are withdrawn completely from Biafra territory from the floating United States of Biafra.
When you hear the Prime Minister speak, some of you will think he's just making an empty threat, or he's just talking because he loves to talk. When we open our mouth and call Nigerian government a terrorist government, you don't understand. When we call them the government that oppresses people and raises violence against people, you won't understand. Now you know better. After watching the clip that is coming from Ogbaru, what is happening in Ogbaru is heartbreaking. It is a pity we can't share the videos online here because of the restrictions. But no matter what happens, We are not going to look back. What you have to do as a Biafran, wherever you are, is to stand strong and stand firm. Do not look back. Do not be cajoled into fear. Everything they are doing today is to make you afraid and scared. Do not be afraid. The Liberation Army of Biafra are doing the needful, and they will continue the needful. Do the needful. Do not be scared. The Liberation Army of Biafra are there, and they are doing their job. And they will continue to receive woto woto. It doesn't matter what they do, what they say, and how they say it. Let's watch these few videos for you to know how prepared we are.
Confirmation.
The Biafran Liberation Army are forever ready, and no amount of their propaganda or blackmail will make the Liberation Army to step back. They will only have their strength on our civilians. They will only go after our civilians at the howling zone. But we will tell the civilians to be careful. That is why we are always telling the civilians to stay out of the way. Stay away from checkpoints. Stay away from barracks. Stay away from flashpoints. Whenever you see them, stay away from them. The Liberation Army will fish them out, and they are going even to their bases to take them down. Watch.
Mazindewo lekwe ya wo Otoko police station. And this special squad or ha kampwara there Miami my police mebubago. I'm here to join her this morning. Men is visiting her now. Kain jire wuro no ebiri. Or kain jire wuro obona Biafra land na land 9. How many ripus also? So lekwe ya henda which a property and lekwe chama green net chere ja gbagbu nna na nna ha. Mandem pa mandem ma hem na arrest my youth. Them hem na arrest need demand they have for 500,000. I release it on your bula. So on your blood they happy this morning. Eba na mu work. So oh yeah man without drone.
You have seen it. This time around, it is not just on defensive warfare. We are taking it to them, and the Liberation Army will continue to take it to them. They will never escape it. You that is in the Biafra land today, all we are asking is that you should stay safe. Do not put yourself in harm's way. Do everything you can to stay safe. Don't be discouraged. Whatever you see, do not be discouraged. These are the price we have to pay for us to be free. We condone with everybody that have lost loved ones directly or indirectly. Every loss in Biafra land is the loss to every one of us. Any Biafra that's go down, it is all of us that have gone down. That is why we have to unite together and face this squarely. The unity of Biafra is now. If you want to stay alive and stay safe, it is now. If you want to sell out yourself, it is now. The message is clear. The message is clear, very, very clear. And there is no going back. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu, continue to pray for our Liberation Army. Our hope and strength is in them. And we will continue to do the needful until Biafra is completely free. Let us hear this short message.
Great Biafrans, I greet you from wherever you are now. Today, I want to use this opportunity to congratulate my fellow fighters who have go and come back, because it is not easy. It is not easy to fight Nigerian government. The only thing I want to say that let them keep it up. We are good to go. We are ready to go. So let them keep it up. Wherever you are now as a freedom fighter in Igbo land, fighting for the freedom of Biafra, I am giving you assurance we are going to win this war. No matter what, we are going to win this war. Let them come with whatever they want to come with. I am giving you assurance. Don't back down. Don't back down. Don't let them discourage you. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let the zoo deceive you. They are full of deceivers. Don't let them deceive you. Stand your ground and make sure you defend your land. We are the owners of the land. We know ourselves. We are the owners of the land and we know ourselves. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let them pay you with what they are getting from your land. Don't let the zoo give you, bribe you, or pay you against your brothers. Don't be a saboteur. It is better for you to die as a warrior than to die as a coward. It is better for you as an Igbo man to make your history as a warrior than to die like a coward, like a sabo in the hands of your brothers. The zoo will only give you money. Where are you going to spend that money? In Igbo land, you are not going to spend any money that you got from sabo in Igbo land. We will not let that happen. During this 1 month lockdown, we will let the zoo know.
You have had that short message. We will never back down, no matter how they try.
Confirmation.
My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, we must be steadfast and strong because we have no business in the Zoological Republic. It is time for us to be free, and we must continue to focus on our freedom, pursue on our freedom until we are free. No amount of blackmail or propaganda will stop us. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, do not be distracted. They are going to come with different kinds of strategies. They are going to come with different kinds of lies. They are going to come with different kinds of information. But I bet you, you must remain consistent. As long as you remain consistent and focused, they will never succeed. They will try, but they will always fail because we are on the right path and we will continue to be on the right path. The enemies of Biafra will fall and they will never rise again. Let us hear this message from our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekan, for you to know that we are on the right track.
When I was talking to very heavy players, big men at UN, what they said to me is, but you stopped. That means that what you're fighting for is not worth dying for. If your freedom is not worth dying for, then the world cannot take you seriously. That is the way it is. Any day, if you like, listen, if just do us, I don't need your money. What we want from you is 1 container load only. We won't come to you again. Let me tell you, any day they shoot us, police shoot us, we shoot back at them. They kill us, we kill them. Believe you me, UN will come in that same day. But if they're only killing you, UN will say, please, can you investigate the matter? Can you investigate it? And make sure that all the culprits are brought to justice. Is that not what they will say? But any day police kill us, we kill police back. They will say, please, what is the problem? What is going on? That time the language is not the same. What is going on means they want to hear from the zoo, they want to hear from us. But if they come and they kill us and they go scot-free, they will say to the zoo, please investigate and let us know. Every country you mentioned, the UN came in as they were fighting. For every year that we fought the war, Southern Sudan fought for 10 years. Guerrilla warfare. At a point, it became very, very clear to Sudanese that you must let these people go. Because they're not going away. They have fought for 30 years, they're not going anywhere. These are the things we need to understand. Had both Biafra, Organization of Freedom Fighters, had they gone to the bush to continue guerrilla warfare, by now Biafra will be a free country. But everybody went into buying and selling. You became very selfish. It's just about you and your son and your family. Which is why, go and ask people who are as old as we are, that grew up in the village and close to our father and our grandparents or uncles in those days. Ask them, since when did an Igbo man start saying,
this video I played is to remind you that we must be consistent in whatever we are doing. There is no other shortcut for us to get our freedom except engaging the enemy. Exactly what our Prime Minister is doing today. The directive our Prime Minister is giving to the Liberation Army today is what we need to be free. If you think there is any other alternative, for those of you, Biafrans, who are still believing this evil entity from when you were born up to today, it is the same story every day, and you still love to hear that story. The generation of Biafra that are in this battle today, they don't want to hear story. We want to end it once and for all. And if you think that is something that is a shortcut for you to pass, you're wasting your time. I want you to hear this message.
I'm asking a very pertinent question. Is Nigeria working for you? Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, knew the solutions to Boko Haram till he finally became president. He asked ex-President Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. He cried empathetically. He promised to end Boko Haram in 3 months. But now, he's telling us he's done his best to arm the military. Why isn't he resigning? Governor Fashola knew the solutions to providing stable power supply till he became Minister of Power, and darkness pervaded the land. After trying hard and giving excuses like he only plays a supervisory role, the ministry was assigned to someone else. Power grid, still they collapse. The NSAS protests were tagged insurrection. In fact, someone said Aisha Yusufu ought to be in jail for instigating violence. Then farmers were beheaded in Borno. Same person asked Aisha Yusufu to lead a protest. Aren't these people supposed to forbid hypocrisy? Is Nigeria working for any Nigerian today? From leaders hoarding food for the poor, receiving kickbacks from government contracts, to farmers needing permission to go to their farms. Is Nigeria working for you? Why is Zamfara's gold for Zamfara and Niger Delta oil for Nigeria? Why is Hisba destroying alcohol, but their state governments receive federal allocation from monies received via taxation, including tax on alcoholic beverages? Why are some federal roads abandoned to bandits and kidnappers? Who is in charge of Nigeria's security? The president is talking tough this time. Most times, he's as shocked. by the rest of us by the absence of good governance under him. Regardless of his campaign promises and the manifesto of his political party, Nigeria has rolled back in terms of development. From Naira continually losing its value to our recently launched locomotive trains breaking down in the middle of nowhere. Nigeria has to be working for some people though. The government can do no wrong. To this set of people, their money isn't being stolen, even if the money is being borrowed, leaving debts for their own children to pay in future. Even if the leaders don't use public institutions, from sending their children to Ivy League schools abroad to getting medical treatment abroad, some people who have nothing and we need to donate money for their medical bills if they have a serious ailment, continue to hail the obvious lack of good governance till Nigeria happens to them. Then they get a little pissed. May Nigeria never happen to you. Say amen. We deserve better than the political class who go home with millions monthly to represent people who can't even afford to feed themselves. I am Olajumoke Alaode James. Nigeria is not working for me. Is Nigeria working for you?
It's a question for the Afonjas. The Afonjas who have left their problem and they take Biafra as their own problem. Those Afonjas, even in Biafra land, those Afonjas in Oduduwa land, those Afonjas, those who continue to confess the Zoological Republic, is the zoo working for them? Of course, it's not working for them, but because of their wickedness, because of their fraudulent life, because of their hopelessness, envy, jealousy, that is why they cannot support what is working for everybody. But we have gotten to a point that we don't care what you think. We do not care how you feel. We don't care what your mindset is or what you have in your mind. We are only focused today on the freedom of Biafran people. And we must be free. No matter what they say, no matter what they do. I am going to play another video to show you the kind of zoological republic you are in. For those of you who do not want to be free, or people who are not Nigerians, and when they watch our program, they think we are making problem. They will think that we are just talking because we want to talk. No, we are not talking because we want to talk. We are speaking reality. We are speaking fact. I want to show you example of what the zoological republic looks like. When we call them terrorist military, terrorist police and army, what they are doing, extortion against Biafran people and in Biafran land. I'm going to play this. Listen carefully to the testimony of this guy on how the Zoological Republic terrorists came after him, stole from him, and threatened to take his life. Let's watch.
Okay. My name is Comrade Liberty Isaac Kelechi. I'm from Abombise local government, Imo State. So it happened that on the 26th of August 2024, I and two of my friends were coming back from Ugeli, heading to Owerri, Imo State. So immediately after Patani, around Uji in Bayelsa State, we met police checkpoint. They stopped us, searched our car, checked the particulars of the vehicle. Everything was okay. They said all of us should step down, cross the road to where they parked their van. So when we got there, they asked the two of my friends to give them their phone, which they did. And when they asked me to give them my phone, I refused. I said, I think we've passed this stage in this country. Even the IG said we shouldn't give any policeman our phone on the road. That if they think they want to investigate us or do anything with us, they should take us to the station. Immediately I said that word, they started beating me. That I'm pretty stubborn, maybe I'm a terrorist or whatever. So they started beating me, and I said I won't release my phone unless I get to the station. So the beating became too much. They handcuffed me, tied my hand, made sure I had to do it. Like it became very much. Before I look, some of them started shooting guns. Like they will kill the three of us and put us inside this bush like we are bad people. So the pressure was much. I had to give them my phone. I opened my phone. Immediately I gave them my phone. The first place the guy went to is to read my message. I did the transaction then with my UBA account. So I've not read the SMS, the debit alert. So immediately he opened it. He saw my balance, 10,017,000 was in the account. Immediately he shouted, "Nah them. I was like, "Nah them, what did you say?" Put me in the vehicle. He put me in the back of the vehicle. The other 2 of the policemen, there are 5 policemen in number. They put 2 of the policemen entered our car with my other 2 friends. They were driving behind us. We drove for like 20 minutes along the way. They were beating me in the car. Now this 10 million, I must give them 6 million from it. If not, so they will kill us. I said, "Oh, I can't do that." I said, "Okay, this account now, this 10 million, that money is not my own. It's money I'm using for my younger brother's project. And the FCMB will have 3 million inside." I said, "Yeah, he has seen it." He was going through only my SMS. That's the only thing I was going to say. "You have seen that? Is my name, Liberty Isaac. That's my name, and that's my own account. Okay, let's talk about this one. Since this time I'll give you half of what is in this one. Well, let's talk about my own account." He refused. When the beating became too much, and I started negotiating with them. I started with 500,000. The beating became much again. Say, "Are we kids? Who will we give 500,000?" Went up to 1.5 million. Beating again continues. At the point, I said, instead of these people to kill me because of this money, and I said, "Okay, well, the last I can give to you guys is 3 million. They now agreed. Collected the 3 million. They said I would give them 3 million. I said, "Okay." They now gave me back my phone to do the transfer. In fact, they were holding the phone with me to make sure I didn't open another app or do any other thing. Then I was trying to transfer from the FCMB account. I wanted to do 3 million straight. It was giving issues, so I did 2 million from my FCMB account, and I did 1 million from the UBA account. And I said, "Okay." We got to the next village. I said they should drop us here so that I will get myself.
You transfer to which account?
Yeah, to Money Point account.
They provided the Money Point. They are with the Money Point account?
Yes, I'm with the account. I have my statement of account.
Okay, you have your statement of account.
Yes,
so can you display it to us?
Yeah, so this is
the statement of account.
Statement of my account.
Sure, display it to the camera.
Yes, at this place now you will see.
What name is there? What name did you transfer it to? What account detail?
The Money Point account. The name is Jerry Ventures.
Jerry Ventures.
I transferred 1 million to Jerry Ventures, and this is the account number of Jerry Ventures.
That's the same account number you transferred the 2 million and 1 million.
No.
Okay, transfer this to 2 accounts.
Yeah, so this other account here. This other account here, I transferred 2 million to this account. There is no name on it, but this one Yusuf. The name is Yusuf.
Let me. Okay.
This one the pillar, but this is it. This is with Yusuf. 2 million. This is the account.
Money Point Microfinance Bank.
Yes.
POS transfer.
Yeah. So,
okay, so
after which I insisted they should drop me there, so I will take out. They said no, that they have other of their teams along the road. They don't want them to meet us again or extort us again. They have to take us down to Ahoda.
Really?
Yes, they drove us from that place. I was still in their vehicle. They got to Ahoda. They came down. The 2 policemen in the other car came down, joined this car. They made sure I came down. They were ready to move. They just stretched their hand and gave me the 3 phones. That's my phone, that of my 2 friends.
And drove off.
They drove off.
Imagine.
So that's just it. That's what happened.
So have you made any official complaint to any security agency like the police? Have you made any official complaint?
My barrister did that.
He has written to
to the Biafra State
Commissioner of Police.
Yes, the PPRO's office.
Okay, PPRO's office.
Yes.
Has there been any response?
I've not spoken to him today, but yesterday he said he has done it. So, but right today.
Okay, so what do you want now? What is your demand? What do you want?
My demand is I want justice. I want my money back, and I want these people to be apprehended so it won't happen to other citizens again. That's my demand. I want justice. I want my money back.
Okay. So when they say Nadem, what do they actually mean by Nadem?
I don't really know. That Nadem, that guy was saying.
So this transaction was done along the road. You are not taken to any police facility.
Inside the vehicle. That's where I did the transaction.
They continuously beating you until
I was about passing out. At the time, I told the one in the front, say, "No, they beat for you." They were hitting me on my neck here because I was sitting with one of the police officers at the back. The handcuff is like this, so I'm like this. So he was hitting me here. At the time he wanted to hit me, I dodged it. Then his hand hit on the chair, so he hit me on my face. So they all say, no, not touch her for face. Not give her bruises, not going to for face.
So despite the IGP's order that no policeman has a right to open another citizen's phone, these people went ahead to force you to
plan it all. When we were asking them, what is your name, which station, where are you from? They say they are IG special squad. The way they were dressed, this new police.
The testimony you are hearing here is how the Zoological Republic terrorized the Biafrans in Biafran territory. They do it again and again, and they continue to do it, and we must not allow them to go free. My fellow Biafrans, you have heard that testimony. It is a testimony that is coming, and what you just heard is exactly what is going on in Biafra land. This attack is going on every blessed day, unabated, and it is being sponsored by the federal government. You heard the testimony, how he was extorted, and nothing will be done about it. You going to complain to police, it's a waste of time. There will be no recovery. You will not be recovered. The people who committed the offense will not be punished. Neither will they even do any investigation. They are sent to Biafra land for that purpose, to extort innocent Biafrans. Now you understand why we must exit the zoo. The exit has started. Every Biafra must prepare. We are walking out of the Zoological Republic. Come sun, come rain.
Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace, or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. I come that Nigeria will end. I come that there will end the Usman Danfodio legacy. That legacy that every time they will be talking about Usman Danfodio, you will think that Usman Danfodio manufactured the aeroplane. You would think that Usman Danfodio manufactured a car, or he invented one Ihela machine or something like that. No. Usman Danfodio have a legacy for killing northern Nigeria, for killing Hausas, conquering them, and turn them into what you see today, Hausa Fulani. That is the legacy that Usman Danfodio brought to northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. That is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the northern Nigeria and the middle belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy, and I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone, completely gone, because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible. Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. And we will question it with gun, we will question it with bomb, we will question it with civility, we will question it diplomatically, and we will question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement thereafter? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years, after that we decide. The foundation for the liberation and independence of Biafra has been laid by this government, and it is very, very strong. We build this particular foundation of the liberation on solid rock. Are you not seeing it? We are not shaking. I am standing very, very strong, making sure that I'm taking the bullet that they are firing at Biafra people, because their target is you. They believe that once they take Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out of the way, they will come for all of you. That is exactly what is happening in other parts of Nigeria, because nobody is there to stand on the way for them. And they are annihilating people, killing them, sending them to IDP camp. I told them, you see this face, okay, deceive very well. To deceive you. The momentum of the Biafra liberation today have necessitated all the discussion you see. Everybody is talking. Release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they keeping him? Some of them claim that he was not fighting the way I'm fighting, but you kidnap him. Some of them are now addressing him as a gentleman, but you went and kidnapped a gentleman. They say, oh, he's more reasonable. He's not, but you kidnapped him. What were you thinking? All of them contributed money. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was speaking, it was their headache. They couldn't sleep every day. Oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he's destroying Ali Igbo. Oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he's doing this, he's doing that. Today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer destroying Ali Igbo. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer causing problem. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer is the good man. Is the only man now that is very reasonable. And I have not even started. Because you see what Agaku Nigeria Igwe. Agaku Nigeria Igwe. And you know the next level is by taking all their terrorist barracks, taking all the government houses. That is the next level we will go, because it is part of the defense of our land. These places are places where the attack against our people are being planned.
You have just heard from the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of in Exile, and I bet you every single thing he has said is where we stand, and that is where the Supreme Leader of IPOB also stands. For those of you who are early comers, those of you who are late comers, some of you who did not start following Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on time, some of you who did not start listening to Mazen Simon Ekpa on time, I want to play this video for you to understand and know the stance of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For you to know that today the only man holding the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is Mazen Simon Ekpa, speaking in the same tone and in the same volume. Hear the interview that was granted to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu 2017.
What does Biafra mean?
It means freedom, liberty, fairness, equity, and justice.
In practical terms, these are very good sounding words, but in practical terms, what does Biafra mean?
Confederation.
So, a weak center,
very weak,
very strong regions.
Absolutely.
Have you had a change of mind, therefore, about getting an independent Biafra? Because that's what I seem to be hearing.
No, I've not changed my mind, no. An independent Biafra means going back to where we were before the white man came.
Okay, so you're not talking about a federation when you say a confederation. You're not talking about a federation as part of Nigeria. You're talking about total independence.
Absolute independence.
Complete independence. Now, is there anything that can happen that will make you change your mind about this particular direction?
No.
So it is either Biafra or nothing else?
Or death, yes.
Or death?
That's correct.
If push comes to shove,
yes,
will you go to war?
No, because truth is a far more potent and deadlier weapon than bullets and mortars.
So no war. You've ruled out the...
Absolutely, I don't believe in war. No war. When I say Biafra ordered it, I'll keep pushing. Either I am alive, I die in the process, I won't stop. Allow me to repeat, if you don't mind. Had sovereign national conference been convened by the powers that be, where every ethnic national, I said every, I don't care if there are 600, I don't care. Everyone is
all the 500 plus.
Everyone together to say, this is all, others can delegate, I don't know, powers to other people to attend on their behalf. Sit down to say, what type of country do we want? Sit down, discuss, agree. I can begin to perhaps submit to your position. Is it too late? It is way too late. They've killed too many people. They've ruined too many lives. They've wasted too many souls. How do we bring those people back?
If the federal government, given the agitation that is going on, becomes convinced that, you know what, these people have a point, it is time to actually address all these issues, and they begin to systematically address some of these issues, would you change your mind?
No, because of the deceptions of the past.
No trust?
No trust. Ogbaru was there, it was negotiated. Nothing happened. 1968, if I recall. And the confab report, what became of it? How about the 3 R's? Reconciliation, reconstruction, and heaven knows what else. What became of them? Nothing. Calabar Seaport is not working. Can you tell me why it's not working? It's a seaport used by the colonial masters. Why is it not working today? How about Iguacha Seaport? Why is it not being used? Why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had the Sun, which is Portsmouth, you had Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must you have only one?
I've heard people say these are very valid arguments, and that these are things that are to do with bad governance. So the average Biafran, to use your phrase, or Igbo man in the Igbo, is facing poverty much in the same way that the average guy in Yobe State is facing poverty. And so these are issues of governance. You don't agree with that?
I agree completely.
Okay. So if that is it, why isn't the agitation about tackling the problem, which is ensuring good governance, perhaps starting from locally? Because part of the allegations against you is that you don't confront your political leaders in the East, and you'd like to blame Abuja for everything.
Because the way I would want to solve a problem is not how a Fulani man would want to solve it.
You really believe this is an ethnic thing, and the approach is different?
No, the approach is different. No, it's not ethnic. It is more to do with value system.
Right.
The way you may want to solve a problem could be markedly different from how I do mine.
What is the geographical makeup of Biafra, as far as you are concerned, this Biafra that you want? So, for example, if we're doing a referendum, where will that referendum take place? Is it only the 5?
It's on, no.
It's okay.
It's on, which is River State, Bayelsa, Delta, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River.
Akwa Ibom?
And Akwa Ibom, of course.
Right.
Those are the coasters. Basically.
Bayelsa?
Yes. Southeast and South-South without Edo State.
Without Edo State.
That's correct. And then including Igede, Idoma.
Right, the Benues. So the Igalas and part of the Kogi State, right?
Yeah.
Nyesom Wike, the governor of Anambra, sorry, the governor of River State, made a statement, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and said, you know, you should not be including River State.
It's for
and
the River State to decide,
people.
not him. I can't decide for Biafrans. You have to go and vote and convince the whole world that they want Biafra. It's not for instance, it's only one man, one vote.
But what if they're not even willing to take part in the referendum? Because I've had people from the South, for example, from Bayelsa. I've had people from Cross River. I think there's a famous actress, Kate Henshaw, for example, wrote a long piece about why people of the South don't want to be dragged into a place called Biafra. You're saying, regardless of what they say, you want a referendum in those parts?
Because I know the majority of the people want a referendum. I was in Iguacha yesterday.
How do you know?
I was there yesterday. I was in Iguacha yesterday. You call Port Harcourt. I was there yesterday. I should have been there to see what happened.
Now,
they were delighted to see me. I'm sure you know that. It's all over the place. They're very happy to see me. I bet Kate Henshaw wouldn't get such reception. Where she to go to?
She's a big, popular Nollywood actress. I wouldn't necessarily.
I'm telling you, if I go to her village, people will turn out to see me more than turn out to see her.
You have heard from our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Right from time he has said it, there is nothing you can do to stop the coming of Biafra. No option. Because we cannot accept any condition except total independence. That is what he explained. When he was asked about going to war, and he said, absolutely no war. That is going to continue to pursue Biafra until Biafra comes. And some of you will begin to narrate it with what our Prime Minister is doing today. Our Prime Minister have also said that in this time, all we are doing is defending ourselves. And also, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself established ESN to defend Biafra land, even before he was kidnapped. So when you are seeing the Liberation Army and all that, they are there for self-defense. And self-defense is the right of every human being. Our Prime Minister made it clear, we cannot go into conventional warfare with the zoo. We will not. But in terms of defending our land, we are going to defend our land with everything in us. That is why you see in the strategy of our Prime Minister, he has the multi-dimensional strategy, the political means, the diplomatic means, and the self-defense. So don't get confused when you hear the word of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is absolutely the word. And we are not troublemakers. We have kept the doors open for discussion. If they refuse to discuss, at the end of the day, those who have refused to discuss with us, we end up coming back to discuss. And those who stubbornly today are foolishly coming to Biafra land to come and fight, many of them are going to be down when that discussion will be made on the round table. Everything you are seeing today is going to end on the round table. We know they can never come to the round table except with a fight. And that is why we want to force them to come to the round table. Hear from our Prime Minister once again.
I am not a pushover. And I believe Nigeria have seen that. If you think that Simon Ekpa is somebody you can push over, then you don't know me. I am here to end Tinubu. I am here to end Nigeria. I am here to end the Usman Danfodio legacy. I will end it. The people who have ended it in their different countries doesn't have to head. I am going to be more than any of all those people who have fought freedom, including Gandhi. I am here to be more than Gandhi. Gandhi did not even fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. Nelson Mandela did not fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. And so I brought out myself, I'm well cooked for this particular freedom. So anybody thinking that Simon Ekpa is going down, you don't know what is coming. You still have a long way to go. I will be here to finish this job. And by December, I will issue a declaration for the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. And the flag of Biafra will rise very, very high all over the world. That day, every liaison office all over the world of Biafra will rise the Biafra flag very, very high. We will raise it very, very high from homeland to all over the world. And then after that, the diplomatic battle will begin for recognition of Biafra government.
You have heard from our Prime Minister, and that is our stand. So finally, let us hear the last word from our Prime Minister, and then we can call off the program and continue again tomorrow. Let us hear finally the message coming from our Prime Minister. Every single thing he's saying, keep it to your heart. It will keep you safe, and it will direct you to the right direction.
Biafrans have seen that we have a map. That map has not been disputed by anybody. That is to show you how far we have gone. I am still waiting for intellectuals, as our leader used to call them, to come and debate or dispute the map of Biafra. And we have administrators. Every person have voted in all these 40 states. Nobody is disputing it. I did not come up with any map. The people themselves were the one presenting their map to Biafra government, and we did not impose any map on anybody. That is the good thing about consultation and, of course, using a true democratic process to liberate the people. That's what we have done. But you see, Nigeria, terrorist forces, we will fight them until they remain one. And that one will be buried alive. Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace, or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. I come that Nigeria will end. I come that there will end the Usman Danfodio legacy. That legacy that every time they will be talking about Usman Danfodio, you will think that Usman Danfodio manufactured an aeroplane. You would think that Usman Danfodio manufactured a car, or he invented one Ihela machine or something like that. No. Usman Danfodio have a legacy for killing northern Nigeria, for killing Hausas, conquering them and turn them into what you see today, Hausa Fulani. That is the legacy that Usman Danfodio brought to northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. That is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the northern Nigeria and the middle belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy, and I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone, completely gone, because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible.
Thank you so much for watching this program. I appreciate every one of you that have been with us on this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu. Take care and stay blessed. Stay safe, and also always remember that the seat at home, the lockdown is still ongoing. Stay safe and be security conscious at all times.
Confirmation.